My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slice and Dice. I'm gonna send him out into the normal squad here. Archer, Wolf, Archer. Very ready for those. We have our own Scoundrel. Hang on, not locking that on you, bad boy. We've got our own Scoundrel with only 2 active sides, 1 vulnerable, 1 cleave. A Brigand with Exert sides, Buckle with the Shield Pristine. Mystic with heal and shield 1 and mana gain, as well as gaze as the spell. Gain 1 future reroll. Cooldown, future meaning you get it next turn. Cooldown meaning you can only use it once. And Cultist, the most interesting mage start in my opinion, where you can get +4 mana pain, but the character has maximum 5 HP. I'm going to take the pristine defense here on Buckle, as it's their best side, their most impactful here. I could make decent use of these two. And in fact, it's probably a bad idea not to. Okay, so the Cultist is going to take damage in this turn so that I can get an extra effect out of the heal from the Mystic. The Buckle defends the Brigand. I'll use a cut against the Cultist here in order to also utilize the armor that they had from the Mystic. Just trying to make maximum use of each resource here. 3 damage exerts, so we know the Brigand's not going to be dealing any damage next turn. And then I could get an extra reroll available, but it's probably better off for me to just hold this mana here. No, hard low rolls are not my style. That's already enough to get the kills. Do it to it. Also use a cut to kill the archer as well. Brute and Fey. I mean, Fey being able to increase the effects of the Scoundrel here, pretty good, especially the 1 damage vulnerable, the 1 damage cleave as well. The damage and self shield from Brigand also gets the double dip on the effect from heal 1 boost. It's not dramatic. I've taken Fey a lot recently. I'm just going to take the Brute because I haven't taken the Brute as much as the Fey recently. That's like the main consideration here. I looked at synergy and strategy, and I've spurned them and turned around and 360 moonwalked away. I'm gonna kill all the rats first. Get that goblin to run away by its own accord. Vulnerability on the Scoundrel seems a good idea to me. The Brute being able to attack with that hit seems good too. I actually may take out the goblin first. Oh, it's looking more and more like that might be the case here. I'm going to defend the Cultist, have them hit that, and then bust them up with the mana gain and heal there. So now we have 5 mana for this turn. I feel like every way I attempt to kill a target here, I waste a bunch of damage. Like if I use a burst to kill that goblin, that's a bunch of damage wasted. I think I might actually just do it though. Knowing that I'm not going to run out of resources before the end of this fight, that winnowing the enemies down to just these 2 rats is basically winning already. Okay. Heal up the Cultist until they have enough to do the casts, and murder them all. Beauty. Barkskin versus Big Heart. Or a random tier 1 item. I could just get that instead. Barkskin, immune to shields, +2 max HP, especially when I have Buckle, who is a really good defender, even at level 1, as well as Brute, as well as Mystic. I mean, I've got too many people that give the ability to give block to other characters, and the Brute is also self-shielding, so they wouldn't be an ideal target to hold on to the max HP, even though they would want the max HP for the sake of being able to stun a target that has equal or less HP than them. I'm gonna take the random tier 1. Bone Charm, no HP penalty when defeated. Neat. I'll put that on the Cultist, so that if the Cultist ever dies in battle, they come into the next battle and they are still ready to use 4 mana. That's a really good item for the Cultist. Exceptionally helpful here. All of those are pretty good sides. I want to push the Buckle, and then I'll accept that. I'm not going to push it too far. Okay, I'll have the buckle defend the cultist. The cultist then does their pain effect. Then the mystic responds with a heal, mana gain, and a shield. All of that maximally used right there. So I can do 1 and then 2 instances of damage against that ball. We'll take them down. Not very mana effective, but we can be a little fast and loose with the mana in this situation. We generated so damn much of it on turn 1, and it barely cost us anything. Baby. Yeah, I'll take the safe roll on that. Good enough. Defend. Cultist is still around. We destroy one of the rats. We use the cut. Here, able to hit the archer in the back line because it hits the topmost target, so it can still target outside of a typical target. I couldn't find another word. There goes the rat, and here comes the ninja and the herbalist. Herbalist with add growth to target sides this turn always deeply intrigues me. I always look at that and I want to get Rampage again. It's the second episode of this series, but I want to do that again and better and differently. Ooh. Heal and shield 1 mana gain. Okay, so this only has the keyword mana gain, unfortunately. I was hoping it somehow had multiple keywords because it has so many different effects on it. So that's not going to be particularly effective with the ninja. The herbalist giving us the ability to get extra mana really, really quickly, as well as heal 1 regen. That'll help us in longer fights, which this alpha is going to be. Same with the poison that the herbalist is offering. Yeah, let's do it. I like that upgrade there. No ability to weaken the alpha, so we are going to have to suffer that summon. Although the incoming damage is very minor right now. So I should probably try and like take advantage of this and see if I can roll enough damage to just really mess with the alpha's day. I'm not going to settle for the brute just taking this 2 damage because it also self-shields and it doesn't get any extra effect out of that. Stunning this round would be kind of good. It'd prevent the buckle from losing pristine as a result of the AoE being shut down from the wolf on the top line. We definitely take the mana there. I'm going to push these rolls knowing that they are damage, but that we could get more. Okay, so 1 damage, 3 damage because it'll be modified, 2 damage, so 1, 3, 2, 6, and then 9 with the herbalist contributing. Actually, hang on. I didn't even think about this combo. The herbalist gives us the spell Vine, 1 damage or heal 1 for 1 mana, which means that it's actually 4 damage against an individual target for her to use 2 vines against someone who is vulnerable. Neat. I'll have the buckle defend themselves for the same reason as mentioned prior. Trying to keep them available for pristine effects. Alpha's doing good. I think the herbalist casts there are far better for us. The brute not being able to target that hit is really harsh. Although Buckle saves the herbalist right now. And we do just want as much damage as we can get out of the brute this round. So even though that's not what I want, it is what I'll take. I'm going to have the cultist take that damage because it could actually be important. Scoundrel's just really doing nothing. The Buckle is going to defend themselves, actually, for only 3 damage rather than any other targets on the field. That's going to make sense in just a moment here. As we use 2 vines to take out the alpha, preventing any of the incoming damage on the herbalist. Scoundrel on the top line, I'm actually kind of... There was a little bit of spurn actually occurring there, as I didn't shield them from 4 damage. Just a little bit of, no, you haven't done anything this entire battle. You don't deserve it. I'll give it to someone else who doesn't. All right, let's give you a vine, the cut, and a burst to take out the wolf. Gambler's Ace versus the square wheel. Gambler's Ace, -2 to all sides except for the leftmost, which gets +2. I mean, the Scoundrel's not gonna get significantly worse with that, I guess, in general performance. Who else gonna be good for Buckle? It's not really good for anyone here at this point. Square wheel, replace the 3 right sides with gain 1 reroll cantrip and blank and blank. Give it a little bit more reroll power, possibly, to the entire party out of Buckle there. Not an awful way to do it. Scoundrel isn't losing a huge amount by attempting to take it. I kind of want to take the Gambler's Ace, though. It's not good for me right now, but I have a lot of level ups still left to do. Oh my god, that vulnerability. We rolled it, and it's going to instantly kill targets on the... When I said it's not that good for me, was I wrong? No. Okay, that's 1 damage. I'll kill you now. Then I can take out the snake easily as well. We've only got a Slimelet and a Slimelet left. Good Gambol. Give him the cut. A monk versus a caldera here. Losing the big mana gains self sides like that is pretty saddening. However, I will say there is a pretty large combination between the Herbalist and Caldera. The Herbalist having the ability to give you 1 mana to deal 1 damage to a target or heal 1, and Caldera having 3 mana in order to deal 2 damage to all damaged enemies. So that'll give you the ability to set up your own AoE effects with those 2 characters in particular. Do I have anything that synergizes with the others? Especially not that. Oh, buddy. I really want to do it like this. I feel like Caldera is just not enough mana generation for us, but like, what else is at 2 tier? Like, am I exclusively looking for the Fiend for my blue upgrade? I think that's a bit too specific to be asking for here. Getting a little bit of cleanse access, having some self-shields and redirect on the monk might be really good here. Obviously, the AoE shields we've shown previously, very powerful. I'm going to be taking the monk as my upgrade. Everything else stays the same. These 2 illusions are also going to be really easy to take out with the vines, thankfully. Oh, man. We could probably stun the Cyclops this turn, too. Ah, why couldn't I get the extra mana? I guess whoa, I guess that counts! Oh my god, I forgot. The 2 illusions are attacking the cultist, and so is the Cyclops, which means that when I do the monk shield, boom. Huge amounts of damage. And then Vine, and we get him. I mean, this has been working a surprising amount of the time. And I've never even rolled the 0 damage cleave that I can't do. There's Clumsy Hammer here. Is 4 damage, heavy, and eliminate. So you must have only 1 target on the field, or all of the targets have the same amount of HP, because it is heavy and eliminate. The target must have the most and least HP to be hit by this. Unholy Strength, +1 to all of the middle row, but you are immune to both shields and heals. Part of me does want to give that to the monk, because giving +1 to shield repels is huge. I mean, I guess I don't even want the other one. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll give it to the monk. Reward. Reroll the class of cultist. Into a random tier 1 class? I don't want to do this, but this is the first time we've been offered with this screen, so I'll do it to see what it does. Yeah, it turned it into a mage. Okay. I guess I do actually really want access to Flare right now. Flare is the 4 mana spell that does 5 damage to a target, And in particular, it's important in this situation because the bandit will only flee if an adjacent monster is overkilled by 2 or more. So having a large hit like that in our back pocket is very helpful for us. Man, they really want that mage dead. Which is exceptionally good for me if the monk gets the shield repel side. None of this appeals to me. Getting some big yikes moments here, unfortunately. We're going to have to manually kill that bandit, unfortunately, as well. Thankfully, the mage is going to have no problems with having died in this fight. They will take no penalty to their max HP, or current HP for the next fight. I don't really think I can save the scoundrel either. Actually, that might do it. Okay, so if the scoundrel makes this goblin vulnerable, and then the monk defends the scoundrel, that'll take 2 of the targets off the field, leaving us with one that I can burst and vine, the other one flees. I also could have stunned. Gambler! I mean, okay, hang on. Oh no! Sparky having 4 damage mana gain is ridiculous. Although everything else will be 0. However, the gambler holding the gambler's ace? I don't know if that's a combo. This does 7 damage, all of the other sides deal 0. Gambler don't miss. I'm so terrified to be making this move, and I don't think I should. 7 damage, it says. Equip Gambler's Ace to the Gambler. Yeah, so it actually unlocks something. That makes it worthwhile, whether or not we win the run. Unlocks an item, Gambler's 2. It's a 0-cost item that gives -1 to all sides, except for the rightmost, which gets +1. I mean, theoretically, I could just throw that to a different target at this point if I preferred so, but I don't think I do. If I could roll the 7 damage for the top line, that'd be incredible right now. The monk cannot defend themselves against this incoming hit. The best we could do is do enough damage to the fanatic and then stun them. Oh, this is actually a big problem as well. We need to prevent that fanatic from taking this attack against the monk, because if they do, the bell does, at the end of each turn, 1 damage to all heroes and 5 damage to themselves, so they'll just be able to remove the monk from the field very easily, because I can't heal him and I can't shield him. So taking 4 mana, using that to deal 5 damage to the fanatic on the top line and then stunning them looks like the best available turn here to me. The Herbalist does need to continue rolling for the possibility of getting the mana, unfortunately. I can't just sit on that. Ouch. Okay, well. That might have been the worst possible outcome for us, because now we will lose the monk next turn. I can't do anything about that. But also, gosh. But also, I don't have any target that I can stun with the brute here. There's nothing else I can do. Oh boy. So almost that entire turn was spent doing nothing and kind of just trying to withstand the enemies, but I also did end up managing to guarantee that one of my characters will die as a result. That 7 damage is enough to kill the fanatic on the top line. I'm very happy to see it, but it's going to be hard for me to sound excited about it at this point. That brute has the ability to stun an imp that is otherwise dealing a large amount of damage. I will also have the monk redirect all... Actually, the brute shouldn't stun, and the monk is going to redirect the imp's attack to themselves. Because if the monk is going to die this turn anyway, they may as well also prevent another character from dying. Which makes the stun useless, so we just push the roll on that. Unfortunately, we just get it again. So, Herbalist, keep thyself alive. Monk, keep the Herbalist alive. Gambler, keep yourself alive by murdering the Fanatic. And Brute, you know, just chill. Have a good time with it, you know? I absolutely may stun, but it will make no difference here. I'll do it, and then we lose the monk. Maybe the monk should now hold the no HP charm, especially in longer fights like this. Can I not just roll the worst of all time? I know the gambler is the gambler, and I know I only have one viable side for them, so I'm not that worried about them, but everyone else rolling their X's consistently. That actually might, that might spell doom with a capital D and capital O's and a capital M, all caps, when you spell the man name. I don't think we can survive unless I like flare the top and then next round we murder them in a single hit and we use the herbalist to keep us alive and then we start working through the others. I think that's the only way we live. Boy. Gambler, don't miss! We're alive. We're not just alive, we are a thrive. I can do this. Right? No, we're gonna die now. We've had a temporary stay of execution here. But yeah, that's... how am I gonna damage them? This makes sense. You know what? This is too short to end an episode. Because also, what? I released the episode and everyone immediately knows it's a loss. It's too telling. So, goodbye, Gambler. We still consider this, internally, to be a win because we got unlocks related to the Gambler by making a choice that was bad, but thematic. Boy, those stats. It was the first fight all of those other characters died in. Alright. Let's have a look at one of the other... Oh no, but then I can't title the episode we're looking at that, or... Oh god! Shortcut. Skips the first 8 levels. I'm gonna do this. It skips the first 8 levels, it'll give us a level 2 character of each kind, and a decent amount of items in our inventory as well. We get a pocket phylactery. Adds pain to the 2 left sides, but you get plus 6 max HP. Don't think anyone's super keen to hold that right now. Immune to poison. There's also a sapphire skull of upon death, gain 1 mana, and plus 1 to the leftmost side, but it cannot be locked. I don't know if anyone wants to wield the coin specifically. The Sapphire Skull, that can go on Fighter. Anti-Venom should go on the highest HP target. Warden. Pocket Phylactery. Adds pain to the 2 left sides. Plus 6 max HP. That could go on the Fighter. Do I expect to use the 2 damage mana gain 2 times in a battle as well as 1 mana 2 times in a battle? No. I expect the battle of ended before then. So that means Sparky can just hold onto the Pocket Phylactery and should be fine. I'll absolutely take a shield for 4 and a attack for 2, knowing those are the best available sides for each of those. Vulnerability against a target then follows up with an attack 2, kills a target. Ugh. Not great there for us, unfortunately. Okay, I need to keep the fighter alive with that, and then the medic is kept alive via damage because the bone on the bottom line was dealing 1 more damage. Spiker is attempting to punch our top line. There is something we could theoretically do about that. The medic could also get 5 health. 6 health if they target themselves, but should probably target the side, get 5 health out of that. 2 damage on the Warden, honestly not what we're looking for. The Warden is supposed to be helping us defend here. I will absolutely murder a target instantly, joyfully, gleefully. I would love some mana here, Sparky. You know what doesn't count as mana? That. The fighter will attack the Spiker. I'm going to then do the heal for a full 6. Trapper kills there, and Warden defends the Trapper. Is this a ranged attack? No, it's just 1 damage charge, single use. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to that. I always feel a little terrified to take Sparky, but also they do have 2 different charged sides. It's just they can't generate mana as well as deal damage using the mana they've generated in a succinct and reliable fashion. So you want to have other characters that are generating that mana very effectively as well, like a fighter dying or a medic that's got a 2 mana side, but more than that. God, I'll just settle for the 1. I can't just keep having Sparky whiff hard. Okay, defend him, and then this is 1 damage, 3 damage, another 3. Only got 2 to deal to you in the next round we get. Berserker and Brute? Well, I mean, I know which I want. It's the Berserker. Get us a bunch of extra damage. I mean, the Berserker also doesn't have pain on those 2 left sides. That would be super helpful were it the case, though. However, giving pain to their 6 damage Death Wish, 3 damage, but it doubles to 6 when they are being targeted in a way that would make them die that turn, is probably not good. It probably guarantees the death that turn. I will take the Berserker, though. I really like the damage. And will I give them Sapphire Skull? Upon death, 2 more mana. Yep. Yeah, they can hold on to that. Immunity to poison would also be pretty good on them. In this fight, not relevant though. Soodle, the opposite of Ludus that we unlocked a couple fights ago, have sides 1 through 6. And good God, they have sides 1 through 6, I need you to know. They rolled 6, 5, 5, 5. If you were rolling for stats for a character, and you just rolled 6, 5, 5, 5 across the board, obviously ditch the lowest, so you end up with 6, 5, 5, you got a 16 across the board? A normal villager, I don't know why I'm so... We got D&D on the brain recently. I guess the Berserker needs to take an attack that doesn't harm themselves here, so probably optimal. Got so little ways of dealing damage to the other illusions on the field as well. I might just need to chump a shot against each of these illusions just to get rid of them. I don't want to, but... I sincerely think this is going to be significantly more impactful than attempting to just remove one of the instances of 6 damage going against the character right now. Okay, that's a more even spread. It is a 2, a 4, a 5, and a 6. Like, sure, yeah, it's top loaded, but it's relatively normative. Extra shields for Sparky or the Warden, I imagine. So I currently have 6 damage. I can kill a single target on the field. If I kill the one that's targeting Sparky, and then I defend the Warden, I can stay alive this round. So, Berserker, hits Sudel. Sparky follows suit. Warden stays alive. And we continue to push. Also, we do have Renew just stocked back here in the bank for us, which is 2 mana to set a character to 6 HP. So with 3 characters on 1 HP, that's looking particularly useful. The Deathwish side, I'm so glad to see that here. That's actually also a kill on the Soodle on the top line, which means only the one dealing 3 damage to the medic and failing to kill them is currently living this round. 1 more mana. Sparky is really, really not... Never rolls the 2 damage mana gain side. Just not gonna happen. Oh, hang on. The Berserker needs to be possibly dying in order to use their Deathwish side first. Yeah, I'm 1 mana short of being able to kill here. Burst and Zap would do it as well. I'll start with the Burst and then just try and follow up with Zap next turn. Maximal usage of our resources right here. Everyone leaves this fight on barely any HP whatsoever. Good enough. Shining Bow and Monocle. Shining Bow add ranged to all damage sides. Well, giving that to the Berserker gives us the ability to take out the backline quite effectively. And there's Monocle at Engage to the middle left side, so has twice the effect against the target on full HP. I'm taking Shining Bow, and I'm gonna give it to Berserker. Not relevant in this fight. Well, actually a little relevant in this fight. It prevents the on-hit retaliation of the imps with their spikes. That's an instant kill on the target. We take those. Sparky just needs to endure this turn. Warden will certainly help with that large effect there. Ooh. Okay, Sparky, target Fanatic with that hit. Then Medic still gets some effect out of their heal there. Warden defends Sparky. I do want to prevent poison by killing the imp on the top line. So I will. And I'm gonna proactively murder the Fanatic by setting them to such low HP that their own pain shot will take them down here. 3 imps remain. Actually, that 1 mana on Sparky is enough to cast Zap at a target, which just instantly kills them, and I'll take that. Okay. Trapper targets Imp on the top line. And then there's the follow-up. We'll use the heal to make sure the Berserker has the ability to use their attack there, and then Sparky zaps the final Imp. That was a good fight. Wins 200 fights, or win 200 fights rather, in order to unlock an option full save ID. Stalwart versus Surgeon here. Having Surgeon is very, very powerful, specifically because the spell is Operate, which is 4 mana to revive the topmost defeated ally. So you don't have to rely on rolling a revive an ally side in order to bail you out. You can just have some extra mana on hand and use it to operate. I really like that. I also really like that the Surgeon has so many healing sides and that they are so damn effective. Heal and shield 2, heal 2 mana gain, heal 2 Ws, because it'll really help keep the Berserker alive. Other option here is the Stalwart, which I do like, but I think I'm much more comfortable with Surgeon right now and having an idea of what I'm going to be doing with my 3rd level spell in the red character. We're up against Rotten in the Bones. My least favorite Buddy Holly and his Jets tribute band. I'm going to take the 4 defense on the Warden there, because of course we will. 1 damage short on that Death Wish. Constantly 1 damage short on that Death Wish. I really want the Berserker to roll a pain side if possible. This is probably the best the Surgeon can do for 2 mana on the turn 1. Trapper, again. You can do so many other things. Oh my god. That actually worked out really well. So, let's see how we can do this. We'll attack the bones on the top side. Sparky follows up, dealing 2 damage and taking 2 themselves, as well as gaining 2 mana. All I wanted was a target that lost some HP so that I had the ability to heal them to actually get full effect out of that cast. So we will then follow up with that. I'm going to defend the Berserker, allowing the Berserker to then relentlessly attack the bones that otherwise would be striking Sparky. Kill an enemy with exactly 4 HP is what Zap says, so not particularly helpful in the circumstance. Unless I wanted to use it earlier. Yeah, it kind of saves us a mana if we use it earlier. So I'm actually going to kill the one on the top line now. Prevent the damage against the Surgeon. So we take 3 damage on Sparky this round. We keep 1 mana. And we've managed to take down multiple targets from the enemy there. Oh, right. But time matters a lot in this. As we also get the Plague effect, reducing 1 max HP from each character that round. I almost want to try and just go straight for the Rotten if I lock in the vulnerability here. It's getting less realistic as we push these rolls. Yeah, now it's entirely not realistic. So now I'm looking more for murdering these characters very efficiently. Yeah, that's fine. Hang on. It was ranged attack against you, and then that will take the 1 mana. Use that to finish off the final bones. Oh, yeah, this poisons a lot. It's gonna be a problem. Absolutely take access to all of those. We're gonna need a heal to keep the Berserker alive, but every single Surgeon side is a heal of some kind. So I can roll for a mana gain heal, which I would prefer, and settle for the one that I get. Just before all of that occurs. There we go. I'm just going to make sure that we keep a little bit of extra HP on Berserker in case it makes it significantly easier in this next round to finish the fight. But we will be succeeding against the Rotten and the Imp here. Shortcut might just be a very handy way for me to, if the run dies, get back into another run. At least at the moment. Goodbye to the Imp and hello to Spinning Scythe. Replace the middle left side with 1 damage to all heroes and all monsters. Rampage. To all heroes as well. That's what makes it so tough. Oh, you'd have to have a lot of plans about how to use that. What? Thimble! Immune to damage on your turn. Yeah, no, I'm going to take that one actually, I think. With the Berserker on the squad. Yeah, no, I think I will. Factually. Immune to damage on your turn as well, so we don't care about ranged, or although it does give us the ability to hit backline targets. But if we're immune to damage on our turn, why not have pain? On all of our sides. Why not? What's it gonna do? Let's get the Sapphire Skull. I don't have to worry about ranged in this fight, do I? Actually, I do. There's on-hit effects for the Basilisk as well as the Demon. I mean, maybe the right choice right now is actually to keep the range on the Berserker. Feels like it. Okay. Let's send that into this fight. We can change that depending on the enemies that we're facing very effectively. The Demon is attempting to summon 2 Imps, which is more than I want to see. Berserker with 4 damage. Trapper follows up with another 4. So that's a pretty easy way to take out the War Chief. The War Chief is giving +1 to all of the other sides, so it's adding 3 damage total to this rake, the cleave that the Basilisk is doing here, and 1 extra imp to the demon summon, so yeah, that's like a primary target for me right now, but let's see what else we can do. Yeah, none of those really appeal. Yeah, again. So we can get 2 mana as well. Is that going to help us? Actually, it does, and it means we can take out the demon in round 1, which is really big. So if I use Sparky to attack the demon, then Berserker follows up, then we burst, so no one has to trigger the on-hit, or take 6 damage, and then we snipe him out. You can use the Surgeon to heal or prevent incoming damage on the Berserker. And then the Warden can do that for the Surgeon. Good enough for me. If we can take down the War Chief next round, then we just have too many resources for the enemy to be able to deal with overall here. So vulnerability as well as 5 damage, total of 6, not enough to kill the War Chief by itself. Maybe I should throw the damage against the Basilisk then. Let's just have a little bit of a look. If I did it that way, how would it go for us? We can get the Basilisk down to 3 HP. I lose 2 sides that I'm unlikely to want to cast again in this battle. Yeah, that's good enough. I think that's the right priority for us. Sparky and... I mean, Warden, yeah, take your largest defense. It seems fine for you. My god, more than we even need again. Can I get mana, please, Surgeon? Of course not. Just gonna work my way easily through these targets. Goodbye, War Chief. Hello, Venom. Venom. 2 damage poison. Also 1 damage poison dose, which has bonus equal to the poison already inflicted on the target. We would have the ability to very easily take down bosses with just Venom. Which I guess then leaves the Berserker to take down individual targets, like large hits to try and take out their, area. And then Venom is for focusing on a very specific target. Having a little bit of access to heal cleanse, also quite nice. Do I have anything that might work surprisingly effectively with them? No, neither. The Warden having the ability to generate some mana is actually pretty big. Although it's currently pretty big because it gives the Sparky the ability to use the charge. I'm gonna take Venom. I feel like I've only utilized Venom in situations where I haven't been able to really... Venom has felt poorly utilized by me to me, and I would like to make up for that here. Sapphire Skull, just in case they die. Up against all these core eggs, again, recently unlocked. Half of the time they are going to summon a core and die, and half of the time they're going to do nothing, such as here. Beautiful. 4 mana on turn 1, we don't turn that down. I think most of all right now I would like... I guess a big poison's good enough. I was going to take the prevention space, the cleanse space. I've used it so little I've forgotten its name again. So I can't really overkill targets right now. But what I can do is set up eggs everywhere to be very easy for us to remove. I'm going to zap the snake. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. And I poisoned the core egg in the center. So the intention here is specifically to use both of these core eggs to get the bandits to run away. That'll do it. I kill this core egg, now there's just one. I overkill it by 2, making both bandits flee. Too easy. Dragon Pipe. Add +1 to all heal/self-heal hides. My god. My god. There's also stasis, your sides cannot change. I mean, that'd prevent pain from coming out on those. It also prevents you from losing single uses. They just remain. But yeah, absolutely, we're going with Dragon Pipe, and it's going on the Surgeon. Just a +1 across the board for the Surgeon. I mean, what do you want? 6 as well, because the heal that can be double used is double benefiting from that, so even additional effect there. Healing for 6 with the double use in that turn. Yeah, Gnolls and the Thorns. Okay, range is going to be really important here. Because of them thorns. But this is also probably the right placement for all of those still. Reminder, the thorns are refractive, they are immune to spells, which is the reason that it's not just, you know, trivially easy to remove them. Venom fails the roll the entire time. Berserker. I really do want to take out the thorns, first of all. Heal up the Sparky again by 6. Gonna keep the Berserker alive, but just... No, the Berserker can't take damage on their turn! Never mind, the range was not important in this instance. That's exactly what wasn't important. It could have gone to a different character, my bad. Oops, oops, oops. I got it, though. If you were midway through typing a comment, just also type down there, you got me. I was on my way to point that out, but you managed to find it in time. Guess I'm fine with this. Specifically, this being pushing another roll after that. Okay. Surgeon heal thyself. Warden keep Sparky alive. We now have 6 mana. No clue what to do with it. The Zap has no valid targets because they are below the amount of HP they would need to be on. I'm just going to remove the Thorn. And if I attack either of the Gnolls that are exerting themselves, they will die before they do anything else. Actually, surely I do it to the one that is exerted this round, because they're going to be way easy to deal with in the next round, because they will be exerted. Speaking of that as well, I might follow up with 3 bursts against the Gnoll on the bottom side to remove them as well. So our next turn is just 2 Gnolls that have nothing that they can do. And so many of our sides just instantly win the fight. Goodbye, Gnoll. And hello to the poet or the Kronos. Oh, this is interesting. Kronos giving the ability to double use a dice. It's very impactful when we have things like the Berserker as well as Venom. Venom double use the poison dose? I mean, it's 2 sides. Only 2 sides on 2 different characters. So we can't rely on something like that, but it would be really nice. Slow, 4 damage, 1 weaken and cleave. Sorry. 4 mana, 1 damage, weaken, and cleave. Super impactful. Also pretty good in this fight. Gives us the ability to hit the Archer and the Slate and the Troll King at the same time. Okay, I think I'd do it. I'm taking Kronos. Then the Pocket Phylactery. We're going to remove the Shining Bow from Berserker. I'll give it to Warden, just in case the Warden wants to be able to take the Archer in this round. And then the Pocket Phylactery is going to go on the Berserker. The Berserker is going to have the ability to, you know, be immune to damage in their turn, but have 6 extra max HP. It's going to be good for him. Yeah, no, I think that's just how that goes. Very happy to have gotten the poison immediately. That cleave hit from the Berserker is completely fine here. In fact, it's great. If we could generate 4 mana, we'll even be able to take out the Archer alongside it. I mean, that actually does take out the Archer right now, if we wanted to. But it gives up the ability for the Warden to block, and the Warden is most of our block right now. Is most of our ability to keep the Venom alive right now as well. I'd like the 3 mana from this. Yeah, I think it's more likely we end up casting Slow this round and killing the Archer with that, so we push for mana. Repeat? That's just repeat the cleave effect, and that'll do it. And then there's the shield from the Warden, the largest shield they've got. Baby! This couldn't be better. Cleave from the Berserker, and Berserker do it again. That's 2 hits against the Slate, as well as killing the Archer. That is as efficient as it can possibly be. I should really just start with the Troll King. Rather than trying to get fancy and remove the Slate this round. I still have access to more AoE. That's a huge swing for a character. So is that on the Warden as well. We will take each. Poison dose. So 2 poison on the Troll King. This will be 3 against them. It'll inflict 3 damage and give them 3 more poison as well. There's the mana I was looking for. And I think that's probably the best the Berserker can do this round, because I'm primarily focused on removing the Slate with my excess. So the Slate is attacking Kronos, so I know that I defend Venom as my priority. Keeping the Surgeon alive would be pretty good too, if we could do that. Super Poison on the Troll King. A slow AoE strikes the Slate on the top line. I see. We'll use Burst twice here, actually, to kill the Slate on the top line instead. For some reason, I thought that the Weaken Cleave was 3 mana, but I think I'm mistaking it with Miasma, and that's the spell that's 1 damage Poison Cleave for 3 mana. There are better turns I could do here if I needed to stay here for longer with the Heal 3 Cleanse, but I don't need to stay here for longer. We absolutely can just finish this enemy right now. Goodbye, Troll King. Hello, Fairy Dust. And the Olympian Trident. Olympian Trident, add Cleave to the middle left side. Fairy Dust, replace blank sides with +3 mana. Cleave to the middle left side, because I have nothing. Well, you know, the Berserker or the Venom, I would feel bad if I was using them for 3 mana, but... And I don't push their rolls too far, because I don't want to feel bad in that way. Olympian Trident is mostly interesting in the universe where the Berserker upgrades to Barbarian, and then their largest pain space is on that second, so then they can just give that cleave and deal 12 damage AoE. Another way we can utilize it right now would actually be putting it on the Surgeon. The Surgeon has heal 3 mana gain. If that propagated to 3 targets, that's 9 mana. I like that. We've got an interim plan with it, and then we've got a future plan for how we will utilize it even more so. Up against 2 zombies, a sniper, and a banshee. That's enough to kill a zomb. It's going to be kind of difficult to keep both the Surgeon and the Kronos alive this turn. Two damage. We've got the ability to hit the sniper in the back line, but I would need to find more mana in order to be able to actually kill. That'll do it. So we take the ranged attack against that sniper. Berserker kills the AoE hitter there. I use a slow against the Banshee, which then strikes the archer as well, and I'm also going to poison up that Banshee. Yes, no, this is not acceptable. I will need a 4 damage instance to really help us take out that zombie. I'll take the 3 block on the Warden. That's basically as good as those get. Oh, we got the cleave. Oh, we got the cleave and the reuse, baby. I don't even need it. So, heal 3, mana gain cleave. Doesn't work like I thought it did. Oh well. You know what? I'm glad I did it and figured it out. Okay, so it's not the outcome of... It's literally just if you cast this and it has mana gain mana equal to the amount of pips it has. That's obvious to me now. But there was part of me that was like, this is just individually going to cast heal 3 mana gain on all of the 3 individual targets. Obviously it's not. Oof. I don't super know what to do here now. I think I slow and then just burst. Getting the Banshee dead this round, preventing the zombie from doing too much damage. Please let me just roll the damage to murder him. Please. Oh, it would have been so good. Think I may still have it. And we do indeed. There goes the zombie. There's the Barbarian! We found him! Hey, buddy! Welcome on in! You may also have add pain to the 2 left side. Well, actually, no, you can't, because you need to be immune to damage in your turn, as well as give cleave to the 8 damage. It's not 12, it's 8 damage cleave. Still pretty good. Pocket Phylactery of add pain to the 2 left sides plus 6 max HP. I kind of wanted to put that on Kronos because it doesn't add pain to target hero can use their dice again. What value of pain would it even add? But I do hit that cantrip consistently. Do I hit it more than 6 times in a single fight? Not commonly. I think I can do this. The Whiz. It's also up there in the back line. I may want to be able to actually directly hit the Whiz with poison. They do a lot of summoning and they do a lot of healing effects. And if I just leave them in the back line doing those consistently, we are going to die. I mean, that's the best thing the Surgeon can do on round 1. That's the range attack for preventing the Whiz. That's a bloodlust attack, which will be relevant here, right? I mean, I guess it can be. So, there's a range damage poison against the Venom. I'm going to use the mana gain heal side and then give that the ability to be used again. This is so that I have also the ability to activate slow in this round. Activating slow then damages 2 more targets on the field, giving me 5 damage on this Bloodlust from the Barbarian. I can actually turn that up still in order to 6 if I want to burst the target on the top line Basilisk, which I do. And I'm going to throw a 6 damage hit against them. Especially as the Basilisks are going to be petrifying our sides. I really can't afford to be becoming useless and the enemy generating a bunch of targets at the same time. That's just a combination that results in a frowny face. Barbarian has enough to kill the single Basilisk with just that side. I don't want them to utilize stuff that... Well, actually, hang on. That cleave side ends the fight still. Okay, I'm not going to push too far. Barbarian, kill the core. I think that's probably the most effectual we can be there. We can use a slow and poison dose range. Yeah, I'll poison the one that's going to live for the longest. Ooh, the double weaken. If we actually let them do this, this would be kind of annoying. Alas, we have no such plans. Great, extra poison. Okay, so heal up on the top line, and then we have the 3 damage from the 2 from the Warden, as well as the slow to take out the Basilisk on the top. Preempting that with damaging the bottom. And a burst to finish him off. Beautiful. Triple Shuriken. Adds ranged and chain to all sides. Ranged can target enemies in the back row and avoids on-hit passives. Chain ×2 if this shares a keyword with the previously used dice this round. So, mana gain and double use, probably not going to share that often. Cantrip Pain Growth. Actually, Cantrip Pain means that if I gave this to the Barbarian would routinely be doubling the effects of all of these. Right? Because they'll share pain. Well, I guess just the pain sides. I have to lose the Trident on that target for that. The other option is Poseidon's Charm. Replace the 2 right sides with add cleave and single use to the target sides this turn. I'm going to take the Triple Shuriken. This gives us the ability to put the Olympian Trident back out on a different target again. Which, yeah, can totally go on the Surgeon if I really wanted it to. It could also just go on the Warden. 3 shield cleave is not bad. These will also all double after any ranged attack from Venom, which is the only thing Venom even bothers blocking for. I would absolutely love to take out a bunch of zombies here quickly. Oh, that's range chain. I'm pretty confident that... Yeah, this is actually all I need right now. Because the Bloodlust with chain is enough to kill as long as I use a ranged attack first. Then this can just directly target that zombie, murdering them instantly. I'll use the Warden to protect against 8 incoming points of damage there. And in fact, I'm also going to get more mana and use a slow up here on the top line against these 3 wisps, preventing the summon of 2 different bones, as well as 1... what effect did you have? 1 inflict pain on the Barbarian, which I guess actually... You know what? No, I'm fine with the inflict pain on the Barbarian, so instead I'll remove 1 AoE damage from the zombie that would otherwise try to deal it. Love to get a little growth going on Kronos early on here. Again, they're not letting up. They're not going easily here. But the Barbarian already locks the ability to take out a target. This can't heal someone as well as shield them at the same time right now, so I will continue pushing on the Surgeon. Surgeon has inflict pain. Yeah, it's tough. Barbarian, well, rather, Warden, take the defense there. Surgeon's probably not going to use anything this round. Well, maybe actually. In fact, I don't even need the effect here to chain. Let's just remove one from the field. Surgeon, you can heal up Kronos. Venom on the top line is still completely fine. I'm gonna roll 2 slows out against the entire enemy team here. Heavily reducing all incoming everything. And yet I'm still going to try and focus on individually taking out these wisps, knowing that the Barbarian is going to have no problem chewing through the zombie next turn. It wastes my time, in fact, to give poison to them. That'll do it, baby. Surgeon Big Heal would be good on you. Kronos, if you just run away. Actually, you know what? Don't run away. Don't be a coward. We can kill the enemies here. Warden, you use damage. That'll be good. Ooh. Kronos has the ability to give us the reuse. So, Barbarian takes out Zombie. Buff the Barbarian again. Then... I feel like there is probably some path through all of this right now that is kind of more optimal than I am employing. But, you know what? Ending it by the end of the round is good enough for me. Twin. There is a copy of me who benefits from my items. They have 2 max HP. They just have 1 shield on every side. That's it. But, if you give them items, another copy summons out on the field with those items as well. Is there any way we have enough items to make that worthwhile? Immune to damage on your turn and ranged and chained to all sides. Sapphire Skull? No, absolutely not. We're going to take the Keeper here. Oh, wow. That's actually also really good for the Olympian Trident. Add cleave to the middle left side. That's a shield to repel. And then the anti-venom. Honestly, Kronos, maybe? With the largest amount of HP there. Time for us to go up against the Dragon, their core, and Pet Archer in the back line there. Am I ready? In every significant way? Yes. Pain range chain. So I can kill the core with that quite easily. If Venom rolls anything. That'll do it. Venom, just kill the Archer instantly. I know Poison... Poison's really important not to go against the Archer, though. And it's the Barbarian taking the damage. I'm fine with that. Poison against the Dragon will just over-murder ridiculously the core there, because I hate the core. The core is so rude. Heavy defend the Barbarian, basically nullifying the impact the Archer was going to have anyway. 3 poison on those top targets is pretty rough, though. That Venom's already basically dead. Barbarian, death, you die, is probably going to bypass the Thimble. I don't think the Thimble is going to prevent that. Unfortunately. More poison. I mean, I kind of want to try and push that roll for a dose, because we'd be able to basically catalyst the enemy. I'm not going to push too hard. Okay. Oh my god. Keeper. If you prevent that instance of damage against the Surgeon, we do 6 damage against the Dragon and kill the Archer. Beautiful. Then a Poison effect from here. Follows up to a huge damage impact. We revive it for more poison, and we heal both of these characters out of death range. Unfortunately, we're not really cleansing anyone right now, but we did get green blood for it. Green blood have +1 on an ally, unlocks an item, wine, plus poison, and max HP is equal to plus poisoned. Oh, you start poisoned, and the monster with the most HP also starts poisoned. So it's just a little bit of a push ahead. I mean, Kronos can literally just entirely dodge that, and we're like completely fine. That's enough, though. Barbarian. It's time to introduce them to 8 damage. They seem to have taken it well. Shortcut, normal, current streak 1, best streak 1. I'm very glad that is there. I think this will very much become the, oh no, a run lost a little earlier than I wanted it to. We're going to follow up with Shortcut. Maybe in the next episode, but I'm still so in love with just showing up. You know what? In the next episode, we're doing hard. That's it. I know I lost a normal run here, but I can't just not do it yet. If hard keeps killing us too early, then, well, we'll know to do normal shortcuts after that point. But for the moment, let me just say that my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slice and Dice. Top left is a series playlist for all the content of the game, past, present, and future. Down low is the YouTube recommendation for what it thinks you should watch the excellent streaming past the names of the people who so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. At or above the thank tier, and a special thanks to this episode to Victor. I just swallowed my tongue halfway through.